Hawks in the 7 and the 78 John Schultz. That's the way they are. He raced number 2 on the way. Remember, they're all wanting to get to the front position, ladies and gentlemen. $5,000 on the line at the winner's circle tonight. This is progressive racing. They got to race through the heat in order to make a better position than the feature. That's what they're doing. Watch them out of turn. Here we go. Like this. It really is something else, because these two guys in the back are fighting for the points championship. They also are fighting for the $5,000, and they're in the back of the dash. Where else can they go?
Well, it's kind of a gauge to see how good the race car is. Again, I'm sure they're going to try to blast through this thing and chase the pace to make money.
In any case, let's watch them and hold on to those lucky tickets. 6 laps from now, we'll know the answer. And who's going to be on the pole and so on. This is for $50 from Auto Class Systems at 524 South Main in Jacksonville. $50 for the driver that wins this one. $50 for one of you do hold on to those tickets. We'll call out the winning number right after this event is completed. Once again, you can bet these guys are going to be battling their butts off. They've got to in order to get up there and get that win. Here we go. The 3 junior, Bill Waite, and the 38, Tony Wyatt. Tony over, and you know that's the first time I've seen that car even close to wrecking this year.
Oh, jeez.
Looks like, Dave, they got together. It obviously knocked the front axle back or something on Tony's car, and he had no steering left. It just drove him right up into the wall.
Well, I tell you what, Brad, he's got some work to do just to get it back in the feature. He's guaranteed the 3rd row outside starting spot in the feature, but he's going to have to do some work just to get it back in.
Well, I'll tell you, these cars nowadays they're built so lightweight and everything that with the sound of the impact Be lucky if the frame's not shoved back pretty hard on that car.
You're right. So, and the worst part of it is, the car is not his. It's sold. It was just sold this week.
Well, maybe that guy will be getting his money back, I suppose.
Now, I'll tell you what. I know Tony well enough to know he'll put it back together. It will be right. But it's an unfortunate thing. You don't see that happen to Tony very often, especially on the last night of his racing career. I'm sure he didn't want that to happen. But Pat and all the crew back there will get themselves lined out. They'll put the pieces and parts back in it. It would be my bet if there's any way, if that frame's not sprung too badly, as Brad said, there's a good possibility we'll get him back into the race. But we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know the damage on Bill Waite's car. That too will have to be decided. But right there, as they said, are your 5th and 6th starting spots in the feature if they can get themselves going.
Well, it looks like they'll have plenty of time here right now to get that thing back. You know, they're going to cut and weld or whatever they need to do. And maybe if Tony was rethinking this thing or having second guesses about quitting, this might have helped make the decision.
I don't think you're second guessing. Depends on what they can do with it. We'll find out come feature time. Right now, let's find out about this race. As we get ready to go with our event. So those of you down underneath the grandstand want to make your way back up. In just a few minutes, we'll be starting our driver introductions and going with our 30-lap sprint car feature event. The game of racing, we understand that the car that Robbie Standridge is driving, the 2B, is for sale. You'd like to become a sprint, at least to see what they look like from the time we start? We'll start by introducing at the very back of the pack and go toward the front. Starting out with the number 21S car, the driver making it in as an alternate due to the fact that Tony Wyatt dropped out. From Meridosia, one of the drivers racing here with us regularly, make welcome Brad Martin, if you would please. Next to him, another of our drivers that's been a regular here all season long, in strong competition, I might add, from Springfield, Illinois, make welcome Eddie Lynch in the number 29. A guy who's raced with us a good bit of this summer, coming from Farmington, Missouri, a former pit crewman who's been racing a sprint car for about the last 3 years and doing a nice job of it. From Farmington, Missouri, once again, Steve Short drives the number 8. One of our local guys hasn't raced all this year, but by golly, when he's here, he makes his presence known. He did tonight. From right here in Jacksonville, make welcome Babes Rowland in the number 24. Coming to us from Elkhart, Illinois, driving the number 77 car, was micro racer champion last year here at the Speedway. Moved up into sprint cars this year, and he's done well for himself. Make welcome Chris Urish, if you would, please. This next guy is certainly no stranger to this racetrack and to many others throughout the Midwest. He's been running up in Wisconsin, doing a lot of good up there. He's raced here locally. We're always happy to see him. Out of the Bloomington Normal area, Tommy Rockwell at number 95. Want to get in the racing business? This car is for sale also. The blue number 17 out of Springfield, Illinois. This young man back after having a year hiatus, after having a serious neck injury from... For his first time in this race car tonight. Let's see if he has good luck tonight. He hasn't had all season long. He's been in a parade of cars. Driving the number 7, the Schlosser Transmission Special from Jacksonville, Bobby Hawks. Number 2S, this driver from Decatur found a home in this race car this year, and he makes it go fast. He's driving the Leon Smith Sprinter. His name is Terry Babb, if you would please. This guy certainly no stranger to this or any other racetrack throughout the Midwest. He's won championships, and he's been tough all season long. A rookie at this track, not a rookie in the race car, but a rookie at this track basically this year, and he's done well for himself. Please make welcome John Scholes, if you would. Driving the 2B, the car that we mentioned is for sale. He's the brother of that other guy. He's one of the Racing Standridge boys from Springfield, Illinois. Make welcome Robbie Standridge. Coming to us again from the Bloomington Normal area, driving this J&J race car around the track, and he's been making improvement for himself, got himself right up toward the front of this race tonight, and he's a good racer all the time. Make welcome, once again, Mike Devers in the number 72. Placing himself well up toward the front of these races, this driver from Cherry, Illinois. Certainly not a stranger to Jacksonville. He's been here about 3 or 4 times this year. Usually makes it about that many times. Make welcome Bill Waite Jr., if you would, please. Here's the guy that actually needs no introduction. By virtue of this start, he will probably automatically win the points championship. He's been working hard for it all year long, won some feature events, and he's done very, very well for himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Mohan. Jim from Springfield, by the way. This other guy comes from down south, Fredericktown, Missouri. He's made his presence known here throughout this racing season. He's tough. He's going to be tough tonight, and he's right next to Danny Smith in the process. Here's Timmy Montgomery. And the man that everybody's tried to beat all season long. I don't think he's been defeated all season long. From Danville, Indiana. He comes to pick up the cash and to race for you, ladies and gentlemen, Danny Smith. That in total makes up your lineup for 30 laps of racing for 18 race cars, the finest in the Midwest. It's the Shahin back from the Fast Special, $5,000 to win. God bless each and every one of them. Good luck to them. And from all of you, one more time, put your hands together for all of them before your field for the year of 2000, the Shahin back from the Fast weekend, brought to you by Part Plus and Wix Filters. Doesn't take much to get into that formation. It takes something to get out of it. Try to run 4 wide and then find your position back again. The only way they can do it is have the front cars accelerate, as you saw. Now they're back. Now they're in line. Now keep your eye on them. The signal light is still on. We're going to go one more time around. The race cars, it's nice, cool, comfortable. They should be running beautifully. All things considered, you should have yourself one of the finest in the business. It's feature time. Watch them out of the turn. See if your flagman gives them the word go. Here comes 18 of the world's finest. wipes out.